I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
What's happening, everybody? It is season 2, episode 21 of the Mad Titan Podcast. I'm your resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington. I know the line. I just had to make sure the line is right, motherfucker.
Your boy, Peter to see in the house. Jay, my man, what's happening?
Shit, trying to get this done late at night.
What, man? You know, it's
because it's your fucking fault.
It's your schedule that just, it doesn't work with normal.
All right,
people.
so here's the deal. So let me tell you something. So we try to record on Sundays. Now, granted, whatever my Saturday is like will dictate if I'm able to get up early enough Sunday. Now, Sunday, I just didn't happen to wake up till late as fuck for some reason. And so I hit him, was like, hey, bro, we just gonna have to do it tomorrow, Monday, right? So I know we do it Monday like normal, early Monday morning because he has to work at his regular job and stuff like that. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I can do the episode, go to the gym, come back, edit it, get it out, blah, blah, blah. So I hit him up. All right, I got everything set up. I said, all right, cool. I sent it. Cool. Sent email. Cool. All right, just wait. All right, I'm gonna call. All right, just cool. Maybe taking a shit. He ain't gonna answer the phone. That's cool. That's respectable. All right. I'm just gonna sit in this stream for about another 10 minutes. Okay. Just maybe gonna come in. Okay. So he's not gonna show up. Okay, cool. Cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my gym clothes on. I'm gonna go to the gym.
What time is it, Jay?
This is now almost 10:30, 11 o'clock. So now I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm in the sauna doing my pre-sauna. I do 2 sets of saunas. I do the first set of sauna to warm my body up to get ready to go do the workout. I'm in there. All of a sudden my phone rings. I say, I'm in the gym. What do you want? I slept through all my alarms. Well, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
I slept through 7 alarms. And remember this, it's 11 o'clock where Jay is. I'm in Texas. That means it's 1 o'clock.
He should have been at work or some shit already. This motherfucker late for work.
I'm waking up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
So then I was like, all right, we'll just figure this shit out. And so I put the post out. I tweeted out, hey, due to conflicting schedules, because I didn't want to make him seem like a lazy fucker. I could have been real.
Remember what you doing? Chilling.
Yeah. What's BC doing again? Chilling. Is BC gonna do anything else besides chilling? Yeah, sleep now. Clearly. So we're getting it done now. So that's what that is. So how have you been? I know we missed last week. Yeah. There really wasn't much to talk about. I'm being honest.
Because I remember it was instead of like, well, let's wait and see if anything drops today.
Man, we was like, let's see if something drops.
Then nothing.
Nothing dropped at all that was worthwhile talking about.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, all right, let's just push it to the next week. And so, so that's why I was a week off. But you were telling me about your week and everything, catch the people up.
Man, it was watch UFC this weekend. 285 was a sick card, bro. Did you catch any of that?
No, I did not.
Dude, your boy John Jones, Dave made his return. Has not been in the cage in 3 years. Went a weight class up and chucked this dude out in the first 2 minutes.
And everybody was like, "Oh, he out of shape. He blah 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 blah."
Was him walking to the cage. I was like, "Ooh, I don't know, man. He doesn't look good. Like he looks big, but he don't look in shape." And then, of course, John Jones the thing. That dude is the GOAT, bro. I had lost so much money on the fights. Like I was just losing fight after fight after fight. I was losing money. All right,
hey, man, you could just send that money to me. No, know what?
And then I had accidentally doubled my bet on the John Jones fight for him to win in the first, second, or third round. And so that caught me all the way back up, and I ended up about $200. So,
Lord have mercy.
But yeah, watch that, and then the Chris Rock special, which was, oof, Man, that's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear him go at Will Smith like that. That was funny.
Again, y'all know the normal with me, just trying to stay busy consistently. I'll say this. Yesterday, after I got done recording Black Boy Content Club, I got to go do a live episode of Doug Loves Movies with Doug Benson.
I saw that.
So on the panel was me, Sam Levine. I hadn't seen Sam in a minute.
Oh, I miss Sam.
Yeah. Kurt Braunholer and Nick Simmons. Okay. Now, I didn't know who Nick Simmons was. I'm just, all right, Nick Simmons. So Nick tells us that his mom and dad is in the audience. Cool. And Doug at some point just says, yeah, Gene, blah, blah, blah. And I'm never, at no point am I putting 2 and 2 together until after the show that I'm walking out and I walk past. I was like, your motherfucking father is Gene Simmons from Kiss. Your mother is Shannon Tweed. What the fuck?
What in all the fucks?
So, of course, when you do plugs and shit, I plug Mad Titan. And he was like, oh, you're a Marvel dude, huh? It was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, do you know? I was like, yeah, you're a diehard fucking Marvel fan and you've been a part of it. And when I tell you Gene Simmons was talking to me, nerding out on Marvel, and in the back of my head the whole time, I'm like, what in the fuck is going on right now?
This motherfucker, dog. That's just, oh yeah, this one time I hung out with Gene Simmons and talked to Marvel. Like, that is
I was like, what the fuck is my life right now? I said, I am literally sitting here with a book bag on, talking to Gene Simmons about Marvel, and Shannon Tweed is just like, oh, that's just cartoons. I like some Marvel things. And I'm just like, in my head, there's a little dude in my head running around like, nigga, do you believe this? And another dude is like, nigga, no, I don't know what's happening.
We don't even know how the words are coming out of the mouth right now. It's just, they're just going so smoothly.
We're just on autopilot. And so then I took the picture with them and whatnot. And they invited me to dinner. And I was like, I had to get something done. I couldn't go out because I had to get some shit done. I was like, fuck. Responsibilities. But like now I'm cool with Nick. So like Nick and Gene were like, yo, you're hilarious. So
what does Nick do?
I don't fucking know.
Oh.
But Nick's, I guess
cool dude though.
Cool, super cool dude.
That's what's
super. Again, the crazy part is recently I've met so many people who are of celebrity status, famous and whatnot, and I don't know shit that they do.
I had to interview someone once, and I don't remember now what it was at. It was at this convention here, and no one on our show knew who she was or watched anything she had been in. She'd been in some sci-fi show, and so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just bullshit my way through this. And I just talked and kind of asked generic questions that would bring out stories from her
that would help ruin this conversation.
It ended up as a great interview, and they're like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, I don't know. We just I just talked.
It just happened. I don't know what the fuck I made it happen, but it fucking happened. I don't know what I did.
It was right after I had also just finished interviewing Flash Gordon.
Sam.
Yeah. And all we did in that, we didn't talk about nothing except, hey man, have you been down to the hotel's gym? Oh man, I was hitting it a little early. That's all we did was talk about working out and everything.
Flash. Yeah. I mean, it's so crazy in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy in the grand scheme of things. But that happened, and then what else was that?
Did you watch AEW last night?
Absolutely not.
Dog, I'm not gonna lie. I had been excited for this Iron Man match.
Here's why I'm not watching AEW.
Because they're trash.
Number one. Number two, I don't need to watch PWG with a TV budget. Tell me where I'm wrong.
You ain't wrong. That's why I'm kind of in shock. I'm like, oh, nothing I can say. You know what I'm saying? And their TV budget isn't that good though, because their camera crew is trash. But I'm not gonna say the matches were actually all really good matches. I mean, aside from Wardlow and Joe. And then those kind of dumb, but the
we
actual
knew
pages.
We knew that MJF was going to retain.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Here's the problem. I am tired of seeing Bryan Danielson throwing in title shots that he is not finna fucking win.
Facts. Well, I mean, I am, I don't know what the anti-mark is, but whatever that is for Daniel Bryan, as I will forever call him, because that's what I was introduced to as. I don't like him. I've never been a fan of his. I don't get the excitement. I mean, he's good. He's very talented. I respect that about him. I respect his work ethic and how good he is, but he's just not entertaining.
Oh, also, I'll be going to Wale Mania thanks to Wale, who's a fan of Black Boy Content Club. Just wanted to tell you that, by the way.
I don't like you anymore. That's dope though. That's dope though.
I just want to tell you, God damn, John Cena looks super small. I'm looking at pictures of Cena standing across from Austin Theory.
Oh, did he come back tonight? Oh, yes, tonight was Boston. The night Cena's supposed to be there. Yeah.
And it's setting up their match anyway. Yeah. So, but nonetheless. All right, we talked everything else with what we're supposed to talk about here. Those who are new to the podcast, man, listen, we get you caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. Barbershop Talk for Nerds. We're gonna be real about some shit. If you're gonna be in your feelings, we have learned through previous episodes. I don't give a fuck. Now, some people may say, Jay, you have to have compassion. Jay, you have to be sympathetic. And to them, I tell you, kiss my ass. This is my show.
We should have learned that the last week. Like, I mean, it was.
We should have really learned that. So there's a lot I want to talk about. Where is it? Let's see what story. So this one came out. This was only like one news story that came out last week that I didn't give a chance to talk about. Steven Yeun is supposedly set to be Sentry in the Thunderbolts movie, which is crazy because everybody thought it was Ryan Gosling that was going to be Sentry. Look, him being invincible, even though he's just the voice of it, it works for me. I'm just like Sentry isn't even confirmed to be the villain of the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, we know that Harrison Ford is in this as Thaddeus Ross. Right. We know that more than likely we might be getting Red Hulk out of this. So what are you thinking?
Here's what I'm thinking. This is awesome. First off, I got excited because I'm like, this is great casting. I can't wait to see who he is. But with this whole Sentry thing, I don't buy it. You know why I don't buy it? Because of William Jackson Harper. What happened when they casted him? Like, oh, he's a talent. Can't wait to see who this guy's going to be. Oh, he's just random dude Quaz. That's nobody. Oh, he's not Reed Richards. We thought he was Reed Richards.
Well, we thought it was Quasar.
Now you get another one of these castings, and everyone's, oh, you know who he is. He's Sentry. That's who. No. You know what? I'm not going to find out who he is unless they tell us. I'm not getting hyped on whoever he could be. I'm like, oh, dude's going to be in the movie because he might be Barry Bob. That could be his freaking name, and he's just a damn name.
His name can be what now?
Barry Bob.
Okay. You know what? I never need you to say that again, Evan, somebody's name, but go ahead. Go on.
That's all I'm saying is he could be Joe Fuck McGee. Like, that's his name. He's just Joe Fuck McGee. He lives next door. That's who he is. I'm just saying, like, how many times?
My name is Jay Washington. I'm 5'11", based out of Los Angeles, California. Yes, I'm fully vaccinated and boosted. I'll be reading for the role of Joe Fuck McGee. I'll be reading for the role of Joe Fuck McGee.
Neighbor, he lives next door.
But I do get it. I think,
you know what I'm saying though. Like, I'm taking it to extremes. But.
We put a lot of stock into when you get these high profile actors being announced as a cast member, that we think that there's some major player in the Marvel universe. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, it would be nice, but a lot of times a lot of people can't make that commitment depending on what the character is.
But you still want your Marvel moment. Because that's almost a thing now.
You're in the motherfucking movie. That's
what I'm saying. They're like, oh, why is this? These great actors want to be in. I don't want the commitment, but I'll be in this one movie as this one guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping to hear about that. Speaking of the Thunderbolts, so Florence Pugh was cautioned against joining the MCU when she initially got cast in Black Widow. Now it's going to be her, Bucky, Red Guardian, Ghost, Taskmaster, all of them as a part of the Thunderbolts, right? So this is what she said during an interview with Total Film. She said, when I first signed on to Marvel, lots of people from the indie film world were all telling me that I was never going to go back to doing small movies again. And it always kind of wound me up because I think there's beauty in all types of those films. There's beauty in the massive epic stories like Dune, like Marvel, like Oppenheimer that I did. They're amazing mega movies. And then there's also beauty in these little ones, and not everyone is going to see, but are going to affect the right person at the right time. I've never, ever only thought that I was going to be able to do just one type of movie. I've always known that I want to dabble in all areas. Timothée Chalamet is kind of like that indie darling now. Mm-hmm. But I think the thing is, when you want to do indie film, I'm doing this for the art of cinema, for the love of movies. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing at all.
But also, like you said, you get to have fun doing this big shit. Granted, it's a lot of it's tiresome. It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of secrecy, a lot of things behind it. But
I never for once thought that just because she's now in the MCU, we're not going to see her do those interviews, because she's so good in everything she does.
Right. She also went on further to say, it's also good for my brain to dabble in all areas. I would love to direct. I know how important it is to have a good dialogue with your director. I know how crucial it is. And I just feel you can't just throw yourself at it. I hope that the spaghetti sticks. I need to learn a bit more and understand why things go where they do, and watch all these people that I've been watching. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
I'm all on board.
So a synopsis has dropped recently of Wonder Man. So Wonder Man, the Disney Plus series, is coming out soon, starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. So this is what the synopsis says. This is what it's quote unquote. The story of two actors struggling to make it in the Hollywood of the MCU, asking the big question, what does Hollywood look like in a world where superheroes are real? And the project is being described as a love letter to LA and the industry.
That's going to be kind of fun.
And it's said to have a tone such as like Silicon Valley, Dave, and Barry. Now, the two actors are presumably brothers, Simon and Eric Williams. And they say that Simon is going to play, Simon is going to be Yahya Abdul-Mateen, and Eric is going to be Demetrius Gross, who from Fear the Walking Dead, The Rookie, and Lovecraft Country. But I know him, I know him from Banshee. Now,
I never watched that.
I'm sorry, they don't say he's going to be Eric. They say he's going to play the man who ultimately become the villainous Grim Reaper. Also, Trevor Slattery is set up here because it's about actors.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. This is a perfect place for you to start using him now.
So, this is the thing I'm going to ask you, and I know this is. Are you cool with a show about Hollywood happening around superheroes in the real life? It's just, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it could work really well. They're gonna have to toe the line, about trying to get away from comparisons when it comes to like The Boys, because you have The Boys and they have the Dawn of the Seven and their whole movie outlook on that. You have to do something that is a little bit different, and I don't know how they tweak it and put their own spin on that. But I mean, if anyone can, I really think Marvel can. While a lot of people don't like a lot of the most recent shows, they have shown that they are willing to try different options here, because every single show has a different tone, almost a different type of setting or TV show concept. So I really like how they do it, and I trust that Marvel will be able to. They're going to be able to do this.
Look, the world exists while the events of the MCU are happening.
Yes,
the world exists. Remember, She-Hulk is a lawyer in the world that is still going on and moving.
Yeah.
So just as much as regular things are happening, TV and films are still happening in the Marvel world. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's gonna sound kind of meta, but I think it's dope that it's like, yo, there's dudes trying to be actors. Somehow he might get abilities. We don't know if they're gonna play. We're gonna take the android part out of it, possibly. But I like to see what they
Wonder Man. I thought. Oh my god, I'm getting mixed up with Booster Gold. Never mind. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah. So, you're gonna take all the powers and elements out of, but then powers come into us somehow, some way. You don't know, some accident happens. As always, like I say on every single episode of this that I do and everything else, I'm gonna let them tell their story.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna watch their story. I'm not gonna put any ideas in my head. I might have some thoughts of what I would like it to be, where I would want it to go, this, that, and the third, but it's not my story. So it's not my concern.
Plus, like what I try to do when I watch it, I go, okay, I'm gonna go watch this for this show. Not comparing to other MCU projects. I'm comparing this show. I'm just on this show's own merits. How do I like this? That's just go into it like,
So speaking of shows, let's talk about Loki 2, season 2 real quick. So we got some updates on who are some new characters coming. So we know that Ki-Hu Kwan is coming to Loki season 2, and he got offered that by Kevin Feige like right after Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
They say he's going to be playing a character called Ouroboros in Loki season 2. He's the main tech guy for the TVA.
Oh.
And also, Kate Dickey is going to be involved with it. She's from the Green Knight. She's been cast as the antagonist. Now, the rumors were suggesting she might be another Sylvie variant.
Oh.
A Loki Sylvie variant. But this is what they're saying. She's supposed to be playing an evil general who wants her soldiers, former TVA agents, to destroy the new timelines created after the death of He Who Remains.
That's interesting.
Also, now that I think about this again, what if a lot of these timelines aren't in the same timeline that everything is going on?
What, the whole the theory that all of Phase 4 are all different timelines?
Yes,
like that?
And that's why it's all over the place.
That is an interesting thought.
And they don't realize it. Remember, you don't know when your reality is different unless you've been experiencing the different realities, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if all of a sudden something happens in a flash, and you're just like, all right, this is every day still for me. Everything is just normal like it was. Mm-hmm. But certain little tweaks happen and you don't realize now you're in another universe or another timeline.
I think if that were happening, we would have had more subtle hints by now.
Yeah.
I think we would have got like some side character played by a different actor, but in the same movie, in different movies,
But what if
something like that?
But what if we had that and we just didn't? What if we've had that and we just didn't know?
Jay, you telling me some nerd hadn't figured wouldn't have seen that line by now or noticed that point?
James Gunn still says he has an Easter egg in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 that no one has ever found.
I made a movie called Saturday, man. I got an Easter egg in that thing that ain't nobody ever found.
I mean, listen.
You can say whatever you want. You don't. I don't ever have to reveal it. That's something you never have to reveal. You can't win that bet.
So, Wolverine and versus Deadpool versus Wolverine is filming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're currently filming. And Hugh Jackman is giving a little bit of update. He said, it's amazing. He said, we got Hugh Jackman coming back for our first Deadpool film. Well, this is what Kevin Feige said. It's rated R. It is official. Deadpool versus Wolverine is a rated R film. He was saying, Hugh Jackman said, this is what he said. Yes, it'll even be a dual role. Ryan and I have been friends for 20 years, and we have a lot of fun together. We're filming this summer. They start filming this summer, pardon.
Gotcha.
It is basically said that we might be getting different variants of Wolverine in this. So I'm going to do something on this show that I rarely do, but when I do it, I'm right when I tell y'all shit. I have said for months, what is the potential plot of Deadpool 3? I said the only way you do this to make it make sense is that you let Marvel lets them do the Fox movie. That would have been Fox's movie. The only difference is his world is collapsing around him and he doesn't fucking understand why. He needs Wolverine. Wolverine's dead, but he gets different Wolverines
from different timelines.
That's why it's a buddy cop, but still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on around him. He doesn't understand the concept of multiverse, being Deadpool, right? He just knows about mutants and powers, and now time travel, yes. Multiverses he hasn't heard about.
What if it's the opposite?
I'm telling you that because I found out that's exactly what the plot is. I knew what it was and I called it.
Oh, you found that out. He's saying he found that out. Hold on a second. How do you know you found this out?
Because I have somebody that works at certain places that told me that when I asked them, they said they said something about a certain part of this film. And I said, let me ask you this question because of that. I said, is it more than likely because his world was collapsing around him and he doesn't understand why? And the universe is unraveling and he needs to deal with different things. It was like, how do you know that? I said, I took an educated guess. It was like, damn. And I said, I'm good at my fucking job. Let's just say that. You're welcome, everyone.
Dope. I think, okay. Now, if I were a betting man, if that's the case, the only tweak I would think is maybe he knows it.
Who, Deadpool?
Deadpool. Because he knows he's in a movie / comic book, whatever. He's like, oh, this must be one of those encouraging things. Mm-hmm. And no one around him says anything about it. He's like, oh, yeah, they don't know. Or something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Something and that kicks off his idea of going to get the Wolverines.
But each Wolverine possibly keeps dying. And so he would for sure know.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting. I don't know. I like it. That's dope.
So speaking of Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds has called X-Men Origins Wolverine an absolute trash fire.
Oh.
This is what Reynolds said. He said, everyone's expecting, this is what he talked about, because they were at the Just for Laughs festival at the O2 Arena in London. Yeah. He said, everyone's expecting me to eviscerate Hugh Jackman, but I will say he was one of the first movie stars I ever worked with back in 2007 on an absolute trash fire called X-Men Origins Wolverine. That one was on him. And what struck me about him was he was just so kind. He was one of the first people I watched at that level that treated the caterer the same way the director or the producer or the head of the studio. He just treated everyone the same. And you know what kind of impression that's what you know that kind of impression spreads, excuse me. And I think Hugh Jackman is probably responsible for a lot of better people who work in the weird, wonderful world of show business. So yeah, also frick that guy.
Their relationship is the greatest thing on the planet.
Is the greatest thing ever. So there's a rumor, there's a possibility or something. So we got a few more Marvel bits. There's a possibility that Universal could be selling the film rights of Namor and the Hulk back to Disney. Now, this is what's coming from City analyst Jason Basnet. He says, look, while Disney owns all Marvel IP, Universal has distribution rights to Namor and Hulk. As such, if Disney makes a Hulk or Namor film, Comcast can distribute the film on Peacock. If Hulu is sold, Disney may use this as an opportunity to secure those distribution rights. There is talk that Disney is trying to sell off Hulu. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I think this is a incredible deal for both sides. Because it's not like Universal is going to be able to go out there. They can't make any money right now off of Hulk and Namor because they're not making Hulk and Namor movies. Mm-hmm. But if they can get Hulu and integrate it with Peacock, you know, and then Disney doesn't need Hulu. They don't even really want Hulu.
No, it was just an add-on from when they got Fox.
Yeah, so this is all around a perfect deal, and I don't see how this doesn't just work itself out perfectly.
I don't either. I just think it's.
I buy this. Yeah,
I buy that for $1. Sorry, I don't know why the fuck I did that. So there's recent been talks that Tom Holland is going to be in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
he's absolutely going to fucking be in that movie.
Yes. Well, I am not going to say absolutely.
He is absolutely in that movie.
Because I said absolutely we were going to see multiple like actually get into multiple universes and like even like a legit animated sequence in Multiverse Madness, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, we all thought that.
I can never say absolutely again. I'm done.
I mean, I think we all felt that way too. I mean, listen, you ain't the only one. So but there's a possibility he's gonna show up. So everybody's thinking that.
I love that. That
they say Spider-Man Noir, Nick Cage character is set to come back.
He's allegedly getting his own live action series at Amazon.
Yes, he is.
That could be awesome.
Because you remember, Sony owns it.
You know you know, be really free. I mean, like you don't have to have Nick Cage but let him do the voice. Because you don't see Spider-Man Noir's face.
No, just let him do the voice. He don't have to be the body. Let him do the voice.
That'd be
awesome. I think that's all really the Marvel news I have for this week that I want to talk about. I don't have a lot of DC news, except for the fact that I got 3 things. Number 1, Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom is testing as the worst movie in DC history.
I don't believe it.
I do.
Yeah.
Atlantis is the lost fucking kingdom. What other fucking kingdom is there?
I don't know, and I don't care.
This is that hurry up and say, bye-bye, Arthur Curry. Hello, main man. That's exactly what this is. I can leave Arthur Curry behind and become Lobo later.
Yeah. You know what? And what's really weird is as we get closer to Shazam, I'm not excited at all for it. I'm like, I don't really even care.
Yeah.
And that's a bummer because the first one's so fun.
Well, they're so now they officially are done. The Flash series has officially wrapped filming.
Oh, okay. Done. Have you caught up on that? I'm
like an episode behind.
Okay.
I got to see my boy Damian come back as Goldface.
Yeah, he's a good. I'm glad he's kind of a regular this season.
Let me tell you something. He hits me. He says, because I hadn't watched it. I hadn't watched none of the Flash yet.
Yeah.
He says, so you ain't been watching the Flash, have you? I said, no. Why? He said, you must ain't been looking at nothing. I said, you back on? He was like, yeah. I was like, so now I got to watch the show for you. Cool. He was like, well, don't say it like that. I'm like, bro, I love you, but the show was kind of it. Because like now trying to get back into it, like now we got Keon and all this other shit and whatever.
Yeah.
Red Death, them using Batwoman Javicia for Red Death is the smartest thing.
I love it so much.
I love it so much.
I hate Captain Boomerang. He's goddamn awful.
He is terrible.
But I love her as this Red Death. It is so fun.
Yes. So that's coming to a wrap. Now, here's why I bring all it up to go into what is arguably our last story. Yeah, this is a very short episode, so that's fine. We'll just get it out anyway.
But to be fair, it's past midnight here.
Whatever, you live. So this is something I read, and I'm gonna agree with the person who's being spoke about in this article. So Arrowverse creator says DC TV work was a waste of his time after not getting a call from DC Studios. So for those who haven't heard, one of the Arrowverse creators, along with Greg Berlanti and Andrew Kreisberg, was Mark Guggenheim. Guggenheim said he took aim at DC Studios for not even reaching out to him after he spearheaded Crisis on Infinite Earths. So this is what Guggenheim said, okay? He basically did a blog post, and he expressed his gratitude to the fans. He says, Hollywood met everything we did with apathy. James Gunn announced that he'd assembled a writer's room to help chart out what the new DC universe under his and James Safran's leadership was going to be. Suffice it to say, I am not among that group. I would have liked to have gotten at least a meeting, not a job, mind you, a meeting, a conversation, a small recognition of what I tried to contribute to the grand tapestry that is the DC universe. I only spent 9 years toiling in that vineyard after all. Simply put, the Arrowverse hasn't led to any other gigs. So it feels, at least on a career level, that I really wasted my time. I hate to say this. I kind of agree with Mark.
Yeah.
Because, look, I've said it on the show that Gunn and Safran should be able to do what they do going forward. Yes. But at least talk to that man. That man did one of the biggest things that had ever been done in crossover TV history in Crisis.
Yeah. You should at least be in like, yo, like, give it, what would you want to do? An audition to get into the writer's room or something, some kind of meeting, a lunch. You had a lunch with everyone else. You couldn't go with Mark Guggenheim?
Because you're taking over TV, right? Because you're taking over TV too. And this dude, look, the Arrow, this wouldn't be possible.
Like, kept DC's name above ground for
a
long time.
The man took the Green Arrow, and started a universe with him. Mm-hmm. He deserved to at least had a phone call out of it.
Yes,
he deserved to at least. But now I know Gunn is going to go ahead and tweet something eventually. Hopefully he doesn't just tweet it. Hopefully he actually personally gets in touch with Mark. And I say this as somebody who has hung with Guggenheim several times, who has been to Guggenheim's house. Mark is a good dude who has busted his ass. And yes, I agree. You would think that 9 years building a fucking universe that you've been involved in would have opened the doors to do some more major shit, because you've done something look, you and Berlanti were the Kevin Feige's of TV. Mm-hmm. No matter how we felt about how some of the shows started to taper off and this, that, and the third, and Legends of Tomorrow went its own way. You know what I'm saying? And went its own way, I know that. But in general, you built something out.
Yeah.
Had that conversation with that man.
I completely agree with him too.
So I
like the way he said it. He said everything perfectly.
Yeah,
he wasn't saying the Arrowverse was wasted one time. He said, no, career-wise, it didn't actually help me out.
And there are going to be some people who are
going
to
take
that the wrong way, because there are a lot of times, especially in this industry, where you put a lot of work and effort into something and it does not give back what you wanted to give back. And you think, or not even give back, it yields something else. Mm-hmm. And so it does hurt. It does fucking hurt. Look, that's all I got for this week. I think that's it. I mean, literally, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be an asshole. We're short. It was a short episode.
It's quiet right now. It is very quiet.
Things are about to turn around.
It's because it's Oscar season, so everyone's focused on Oscars.
Everybody's focused on the Oscars. Once the Oscars are done next week, we probably will have a little more. Things. Go ahead.
This is not Marvel with DC. Did you see the Turtles trailer today?
I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it.
Okay.
I just want to keep watching and watch all the white dudes get mad that April O'Neil is voiced by a black woman.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till you see the trailer.
Oh, she's black? Okay, never mind. Listen, I'm gonna watch it immediately after we're done with this. But look,
that cast is sick though.
Oh, I've seen the casting announcements. I've seen it through IG. Thank you to everybody who listens and rocks with us real quick. I want to say how much appreciate y'all. Do me a favor. For every podcast platform that you're listening on, give us a 5-star review and a rating. Boost this shit up in the algorithm higher. I need more and more people to learn about it. And I need y'all to do it, because I can't do it on my own. BC can't do it on his own. Thank you to everybody. BC, tell people where they get you where they can find you, all that good shit.
Y'all can hit me up on all of the social medias at The Grind Calls, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and find me.
Instagram?
Dog is late, man. Instagram, where I be glamming up. Y'all find me on those social medias. Chit chat with me. That's bullshit.
Y'all know where I'm at. Follow me on TikTok at Mr. J Washington. Here's why. Y'all follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter. I just need to grow the fuck out of TikTok. Mm-hmm. I need to grow TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, but I just need to grow TikTok. Please
TikTok
do that.
here to stay now.
Yeah, no, I hope to God not.
I think TikTok one of the big ones now. Like I think it's staying.
Yeah, we'll see. But if you want to support the show, the best way to do it is joining the Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. Join the Supervillain Squad. You will get into the Discord. You are automatically a producer of my show. And then there's also the one-on-one with the Supervillain tier. There are a couple people I have sent out the things for. I just need y'all to, let me look in my sent messages to see if y'all responded. Cool. That I need people to respond. So listen, I want to thank all of my producers. Alberto Rios, thank you for being at the 101 level. Bobby McMillan, thank you for being at the 101 level. Brock Severson, Chauncey Woodson, thank you for being at the 101 level. Cheryl Corman, Chris Lee, thank you. Dan Bimke, David Adams, Fanboy Cantina, excuse me. Fillmore Pockets, Frank Castillo, Greg Morrissey, Jim Payne, thank you. Jolene, thank you for being at the level. Justin Square, Carla Vasquez, Kevin Williams, thank you. I got to email you the link again, Kevin. Matter of fact, use the same link that I sent you and schedule your date. Kirsty Oliveria, Luke Sherger, same with you. Marcus Burton, Patrick Harden, thank you all. I appreciate y'all so much. A lot of shows coming up, a lot of stuff coming up, working on a lot of different things. I appreciate all y'all, man. We wouldn't be able to do this without y'all. Till then, we'll holler at y'all next week. We out. Hopefully it's more fucking news. Take care. Bye.